Hello. I thought this would be a good time to make a little update. I've been gone for a while, almost a month. And would you believe it? I've been sick. Yeah, great. Not much have changed, to be honest, which is probably why I haven't made a huge amount of updates. I'm still living. That's not what I was supposed to say, but that's a fact. I meant to say I'm still living in the new apartment, and I have some nice new little plants, and in about 2 weeks' time I have a kitty. I am super excited. Next week I will be pet sitting a little, actually not that little, like a Labrador dog, and it'll be nice too. I am having issues with being sick right around the time when I get job offered. Not like permanent jobs, but vacancies. Yeah, so that's the thing. Wonderful. It doesn't exactly decrease the amount of anxiety I have, because yeah, my buffer is running low. But other than that, I'm doing all right. Today is actually the first day that I feel semi-normal, which is odd because we have had 32 degrees today, which is a lot in Denmark. No, I don't know. I started my day off really late. Ate breakfast at 2 p.m. Just to well, I don't know, I needed to sleep. I ate good. My breakfast, where I'm blending different things in the morning. Usually it's milk and protein powder and bananas, and today it was, well, I don't know if you have that in English, but in Danish it's called skyr. It's like Greek yogurt, but not really. It's high in protein. Yeah, and a bit of topping. And then I've started making a green plus electrolyte drink in the morning. And since it's super hot at the moment, I have started making, well, I don't have any more, but in the last 2 days, I've taken an energy drink and mixed it with like a 0-calorie soda, just so I would have 2 portions. And then I would get my caffeine and something to drink, and not that high in calories as well. Yes, I am calorie watching a little bit, because who would have guessed that this long being sick and inactive could result in a lot of gaining weight. I would have guessed. But never buy. I actually don't know if that's the right saying. I bet my bestie will tell me. It's ever to buy, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Sorry about the accent. I just realized I probably switched like 3 times already. I don't know why I do that, but gets people laughing a little bit. I feel like the only accent I don't like is Danish. the Danish English accent. No, please. Almost anything else. Now, I wouldn't probably switch to a very significant one, like automatically. Otherwise I would probably notice. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I am pacing again, which is kind of a weird way of knowing that I'm approaching normalcy. For the past month, I have been in bed. At any given moment, I could been in bed or in my chair, like a nice lounge chair. It's really nice. Sorry, that was a hiccup. Yeah, and I have done the lazy choice and moved my big lounge chair right up to my desk, so I can sit really nice and play games like Subnautica 1 and 2, and I don't have to have my bum hurt. I don't know, I've been nice and active today, even though it's a heat wave. But that is a full circle, because I actually wanted to talk about the first thing I did after dinner, not dinner, after a very late brunch, you would probably call it, but not really, just breakfast, very late. I stuck my head into the cold shower, and it was amazing, and it kept me cool for a very long time. And another tip from me to anyone who feels too warm at the moment is an ice pack, because sometimes one could forget that you have one. No, bestie, I'm not talking about you. Not at all. No, but the blue in Denmark, I don't know if it's a worldwide thing. I think it is. It's like a sports cooling pack. Usually, if you have an injury or something, it's really good. That's really good in heat waves as well. I like to put it on my neck and shoulders and just chill out for a bit. Literally. Yeah. I actually don't really know what I want to talk about, but I feel like making a podcast episode. And if you are in a place where you can't really find anything to listen to music-wise, the things that normally hits the right spot doesn't really hit the right spot right now, I would highly recommend switching, let's say, timeline, generation, or language. Pick a language: Spanish, Italian, Russian, if you want to, of course, and listen. There is a bunch of music that's just undiscovered by you specifically and me. Now, I've been really listening to a lot of Spanish. Like, I don't know where it came from, but it consumed my day today. And I was actually looking at YouTube, my other favourite thing to do in my lounge chair. Thanks carry the hot cross. If you don't understand that, that's fine. It's just a YouTuber. But he's a really good YouTuber. Really cozy games like Gaps Molders and yeah, so many other ones. Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually excited. And it's been a while because I've been very caught up in am I sick? Can I go to work? I was supposed to be at work. I'm not. I feel horrible. Oh, later in the day I feel much better. Now I can't do anything about it. Tomorrow I will definitely go to work. And then I feel absolutely horrible in the morning and I have to call sick. So yeah, that has been, let's call it an experience. As I've said before, ups and downs. And if I haven't, I will. I will say that. I don't know. Like everything, and I know I've said this before, I like starting projects. And then I spend an enormous amount right in the beginning of a project. And then it fades out. And if I haven't finished the project within the first, I don't know, week, my motivation just shifts. And I want to start something else. And usually I know I want to draw. I know I want to paint. I know I want to stream games. Right now I still have a problem with my internet. And you know the weird thing about having internet on my phone, but no connection on my computer? Great. Exactly what I needed. I forgot what I was doing. Yes, the point about losing the motivation or any kind of inspiration for the projects that I have ongoing. I collect a lot of projects. I have a dress I should do something about because it's too big in the neck. And I could ask someone like my grandmother, who is really good at sewing. I haven't yet. Yeah, so I don't know where exactly I was going with this, but if you can relate, then you're not the only one, because it's uphill. I have a project I'm really proud of that I haven't finished. It's like in the final stages, I think. You can always continue, but if you've seen my YouTube videos under the same name, I have been doing some painting. Some leaves, something green, you know, and it was really nice. I really liked it, but now that I've moved it, because as you can probably see in the videos, it was messy. It was all over my desk. Of course, not on the desk. It's a new desk, and the guy I bought it from was very particular about it, so I'm good at not painting directly on it. I say that a lot, I know I need to get back into speaking again. And now I'm sitting down because sweating so much. I literally just showered. But yeah. And you know, just to return to that point, when you do that hair flush in the cold shower, I do that because then, you know, I'm cooling and everything. And then when I get out, I always have an easier time letting go of heat if my hair is wet. And usually that's a problem. If I've gone swimming and have to go home, I get really cold and everything. And we know how I am about getting sick. But that's beside the point at this point. And that was not what I wanted to say, but I said that. Pun unintended. But in heat waves, I feel like I want to do this trick. If you do in the next part, you probably have to stay home. Like, you need to do it during the weekend or when you are off work or school or whatever you're doing, because you will have wet hair for hours. I found out today that I like putting a hair mask in, and I don't have a proper one, so I just made one of conditioner. And don't get me for this, but I know it's a bit cringe, but oil that we usually use for making food. Yes, I did put that in my hair. Mind you, I have curly hair. It's really, really easy to get too dry. So I don't recommend using that kind of oil for every hair type. But I've done it since I was little, and it really just refreshes my hair. And because any type of hair oil is insanely expensive, and I use quite a lot when I do in the hair mask. So it's the cheapest option. Easiest, cheapest option. And also, it's on top of already conditioned hair. And then completely soaked, just dry enough so it doesn't literally drip all of the time. And I was good to go. My heat. What? I don't know how to say that. I was not too hot for as long, almost, except for the part where I'm dancing around my apartment to Spanish music, specifically Shakira. Oh my god. I knew she was a good singer. I've always listened to her, but I have not explored a lot of her Spanish music, the Spanish versions. Of course, Lopa and what's the other one? Whenever, wherever. I don't remember the Spanish word for that. That's 2 words, I know that, but the song is only one word. There was another one that's Loca. Oh, that's a good one. But some of the other ones, I think that was tortura with a Alejandro Sanz. I don't know. Don't pin me up on it, but that's a good one. That is a jam. And I don't know if you call things a jam, but I was jamming. Pun intended. I forgot what I was talking about, but that's the whole point of this podcast. Still is. Just talking. I'm having good energy tonight, and it's annoying because it's late and I should be, getting tired, brushing my teeth, going to bed and sleeping within what? Now. It's 11 p.m. Where has my time gone? What? Does that happen to other people, or is it just me? I feel so good at night. Specifically right now when it's a heat wave, because it gets significantly colder. But I feel so good. Technically, I don't have to go to bed right now, but next week is gonna be a little wild because this cute little dog that's not very little, she needs to get like 3 walks a day or something if I'm gonna have a chance at sleeping. Her energy level are on another level. I wish she could give me some of that. I wish I was an A person. I don't know if you say that way in English, but the world revolves around A people. It really does. There are so few jobs, but literally anything. Like you can't usually get a lot of groceries at night, which by the way is understandable because it would require people. Maybe that's the problem. I just like being around when no people are. Maybe that's it. I am a true introvert. And a neurodivergent at heart. And if you didn't know by now, tell me how you didn't know. Please. Because I don't think I'm able to mask that heart against a microphone in my own home. And yes, that's kind of exciting. Completely off the rails from the topic I was talking about. But this is already home for me. I've lived here for 2 months, approximately. And it's my home. And I'm so happy about it. But it does increase my anxiety because guess what? That means I can lose it. That's fantastic, isn't it? Oh, actually, 1 second. I should probably check that my phone is recording. Yes! How nice. That would have been well, that wouldn't have been an episode if it hadn't been. I truly think if I was an animal, I would be... What's it called in English? You know, rabbits and guinea pigs and cats and owls. They are night animals. They live at night. Well, they live when they live, like we do, but they're active at night. Nighttime active? I don't know what it's called. You probably know what I'm talking about. But I would be one of those. And it's odd. When you think about it, humans are the only ones that... only things, species, that forces each and every one of the same species to just mold into a system we created. It's hard to explain, but that's how I feel, especially on the outside. It feels, I know I'm on the inside and I'm not that different from other people, but sometimes it does feel that way. You know? That was quite a deep thought. But, you know, of course, there are norms in what everything. There's tendencies in literally anything. Probably bacteria as well. And there's the Darwin's laws about survival, I guess. And I guess the deviants don't really live that long. Which in that case, I guess I'm lucky. I don't know where this is going. If this doesn't make you think I have ADHD, I don't know what does. Because what? I was talking about my apartment. I don't know how I got to the existential questions of animals and humans. That's how my brain works, somehow. I don't know how to explain it. Somebody probably could. Probably not me specifically. That would be creepy. And you know what's funny? It's not really funny, but I have a couch. That's not the funny part. And yet I'm laughing. But the way I positioned my couch is perfect for the windows. And the time that I use just sitting here looking outside those windows at absolutely nothing but a tree, a building, some grass, and the sky. It's crazy. But I really do want some curtains at some point, because I'm low enough for people to look straight in at me while I'm dancing in my underwear to Spanish music. It's a bit uncomfortable. Also, TMI, maybe, I don't really care. You're listening to my podcast. And who doesn't walk around in their underwear in a heatwave in their own home? I mean, respect to you if you do. I couldn't. What? I think I flipped it around a bit. I don't know. What else have I been up to? I've had a kitty date, if you could call it that. Had 3 kitties home my place visiting last weekend, I believe. It went well. One of them was Felix, which is gonna be mine in 2 weeks. I know I've said it, but have I told you I'm excited? I can't wait to get him home. It's like he's already living here. Every time I get home from any kind of work, anytime I've been grocery shopping, anytime I've been outside and comes home, he's in my thoughts. The thought of returning to little Felix makes me so joyous, so happy. And I think about him in the morning before I go to sleep. And like, I'm aware that he's going to be a pain specifically because he's a baby, a little kitty, and at some point he's going to get even worse because, you know, kitties grow into teenage kitties like literally anything else. We have a specific Danish saying, at least in my family, because we've always had dogs, like wolf hour, when the dogs, specifically if they're a bit younger, they just get so wild and they get on your nerves and everything needs to happen there, and then they need to go out and then they will be howling at you and then they will bite you. Not like bite, but you know, play. And you just want to go to bed or sit quietly in your couch and watch TV, which technically I don't have yet, but besides the point. And then, well, that's what we call the wolf hour. It sounds better in Danish. And I think I'm gonna have, a canine hour, a cat hour, I don't know what to call it, a lion? The lions... I'm gonna have to work on that name. Because right now it's not working. My creative juices, which is a bad name for it as well, are flowing out. Or probably rather not flowing out because it's not working. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to bed, even though I should. It sounds extremely sad, and it probably is, but I have not been this content, this happy for quite a while. Like right now, I am just like, finance problems can catch me next week. Like, I don't know. Not my problem right now. Even though I know it actually is, but it's just a great way of feeling. Like nothing can really touch you right now. And I haven't even cried today. I don't even remember why. I think it was one of Shakira's songs that just hit me point blank. It was something about intuition. Oh no, I'm gonna make butch Spanish. I don't remember. I might write it in the description. It is really good. And if you know or search intuition, translate it to Spanish, put Shakira in front of it, you'll probably get it. The song. It's really good, and it's about, at least my 5-second search on Google could gather, is about living freely and shaking off the constraints of having to conform. And that really just hits me particularly hard, because that is exactly what I'm working to do. And yet, in the middle of it, I am just like, oh my gosh, all I ever wanted, I think that's the phrase, all I ever wanted was stability. And it still is. It, like, literally all I want is a stable job that doesn't dig me into the ground immediately or ever, preferably, that can support me, my needs, my home, and my kitty. That's it. That's all I want. But 50 plus applications later, I've yet to find it. It's crazy how much I took for granted being under 18. And that sounds so wrong. Don't take it that way. But it was so easy getting a job. I sent one application. Unsolicited, by the way. And I got it. And I also realise now that I'm well past 18, that I worked way too hard for that wage. I got practically nothing for it in the Danish world, in a way that would have absolutely and did burn me out. But that's another story. It's more to say, I really thought that I would just get the apartment. I actually thought I would already have my kitty, like, in the first month of living here. And then I started applying in April, a month before I moved. I thought I would have a couple job offers lining up by now. But I've yet to see one. And I've really changed my resume and tried to optimize everything and still make it me. And I don't know if it's because I'm 24 and perhaps, like, I am aware, like, the childcare jobs I am applying for, I am a weird candidate because I've been studying marine engineering and have no other experience than 1.5 months of vacancies against, after what I've read in some of my declined job applications, I'm up against 250 on 300, like, crazy amount of applicants. So fair enough, I need to broaden my search a little bit. And I have, from the start, I've applied to a lot of jobs. It's not childcare. It's in stores, preferably close to me because I don't have a driver's license, I don't have a car, and I really, really would love if it was just one bus ride. I did not have to change buses, because that stresses me out insanely much. And when we're talking about one bus ride, we're talking from everything from... That sentence doesn't make sense. We're talking about anything from 3-minute rides to an hour. So I don't have like a 1 mile radius. I have a bigger radius too, as long as there is just one bus for there. And usually I like to make sure that there is at least a backup option if I, misses a bus. Because otherwise I would be... That's not a pretty word. Really F. I know. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. I'm losing my voice already. That's a funny word for... what is it now? Let me just check. 41-minute video. Well, episode. And my head is hurting, so I think that's my cue to end this episode and get some water. Hydrate, people. I am really bad at doing that. Surprise. Thank you for listening, and hopefully within the near future you'll get another episode. I don't know, because, well, life. I actually have to get to my phone to end the episode. Let me try again. 3rd time's a charm. Goodbye.